Well, the best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They can only be felt with the heart. Hello and welcome to today's edition of Zoom in Africa's Beautiful in a Flower segment. I'm your host, Florence Ndongo.
And I am Henry. Today we are joined by a special person who aims to go higher in her career while still in her youthful age. She never wanted to take acting as a career, but immediately after completing high school, she found herself in theater.
This we would say was the best for today. She is renowned. She's actually a renowned actress and has casted in so many TV shows broadcasted both locally and internationally.
We are talking of none other than Scully Cheroto, popularly known as Chema in the Governor's Show that airs in one of the local TV stations. And here she is on set with us today. And acha tuseme tu kweli kabisa. Yo go, leo sijui ulitoa wapi.
Asante, this is me from Monday to Monday.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Monday to Monday, you see.
Yeah, like on an everyday basis, this is just who I am.
But there's that attire that I always see you with.
Oh, that one?
Yes.
That one is just for TV, so that one live for screen. After that, you see me, this is the real me. There's Chema and then there's Scully. So this is Scully from Monday to Monday, and then there's Chema on screen. That's different.
Tell us the difference between this girl here and Chema that you know on TV.
Oh my God, Chema is so different from Scully because Scully is what you see right now. Yeah, I'm very open-minded. I am very confident about myself. I'm very hardworking. You know, I believe in myself. At the same time, I'm very humble. Despite the fact that I'm out there, very open, I'm still very humble. But Chema is a village girl. She's just come from Shags. She's come to the city and she doesn't know anything about the city. So she sees things the way they are in the city. People are all flashy, people talk in shame, people talk English. So she's a wannabe. She wants to be part of what is going on. So she tends to talk like them. But you know, when you're a Shao and then you talk like a guy who knows everything, you look so totally out of place. So that's Chema. She's just Shao. She's a wannabe. That's basically how you can, you know, put her.
Okay. And how does that blend in? Were you once in the Shao, like you put it?
Has it ever been a reality in your life at some point?
So that at least you have some basics about it because...
well, you know, maybe there's some bit of Chema in me. I don't know. Maybe. How I got to learn about the character Chema is when I was in high school, I was taken to Shags, a place in LD, a place called Kabiet in high school. And that's where I met all the Kalenjins there. I mean, of course, I'm a Kalenjin by myself, I'm a Kalenjin. But when I went to I was raised up in Nairobi, so I didn't know too much about Kalis and how they behave and all these things. But when I was taken to high school, that's when I met all these girls who just had just the weirdest of characters. So basically how how Chema came to be is this different characters who behaved in different ways, yeah? Like all of them thought they knew it, you know? Like those Shaos in school who think they are all that. And then they behave like they know it, and they're all different. You know, they have their own different personalities, and all of them bring out their personalities in different ways, and they all thought they actually knew everything. So I picked a bit of things from each and every one of them, like a whole lot of them, and then combined Chema in it. For me, at first it was, what are these people doing? Like, how is this? But eventually, because I had to be there for 4 years, I picked those small things and I got them. For me, it was funny. In fact, me and my best friend in high school, we were always playing. She was not a chick from Shags. She was a chick from Tao. So we used to pick these small things, and then, you know, we play around with them. We just make fun of it. I had no idea that I will actually use what I picked from high school as a career. So
you see, your hairstyle.
Okay.
You go to the salon and they do all that, or you go to the salon, you go to the barber. You know, this is your signature. I must say.
I do it by myself.
What?
Oh yeah.
Let me tell you, if anything that can cut my hair comes closer to my head, that's trouble already.
Well, so I actually do it for myself. You know, I'm a salonist, yeah? There's a point in my life where I was working. I was working in the salon before I actually had to hire people to do the job that they're doing. But before I was actually doing the work myself. So I know how to, I'm a jack of all characters. Like there's basically nothing.
That's the good thing about actors and actresses. You can fit in so well into so many things.
Yeah.
And if it was not acting, what would it be?
I wanted to do law.
You have something in common.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
See? But that was back when I was in high school. When I cleared Shule and I started acting, there was no law in me. Like it all died. Like basically after Shule, kufa. After that, I joined acting and I fell in love. So this is very different. So even if I was told to go back to something like that again, I wouldn't. I would choose something that is close to acting, maybe music, maybe, art in a different way.
Athletics.
But not.
Yeah, man.
10,000 meters. 3,000.
I used to run in Primo, and I was very good. Actually, I used to take like almost all the races, all the long races. I used to take the first positions.
Okay.
But that was in Nairobi. When I went to high school in Shags, that's where all the Kales are. Mwisho.
Okay.
I'm telling you, there's a friend of mine who is a chairman for Nairobi Branch Athletics Kenya. And he was actually saying that if you guys mkilelewa huko mashambani become terrific athletes, wait until you're born in Nairobi. It all disappears. Well, I know a lot of viewers out there have so many questions for our guest on set. 244 is our SMS line. And remember, this is BEA Beautiful and a Flower segment. And you can trust us to bring you amazing guests on set like we did today. But I'm not going to introduce today's video. Chema, you are very talkative. I like your personality.
Oh, yeah?
Other than being so cute. But that being your camera, take this time to introduce our first video for today.
Are you for real?
Yes, I am.
Are you for real? Okay, fine. Wow. So, the next video you're just about to watch will tell you more about who Scully Cheruto is, aka Chema. If you have any questions or any suggestions or whatever you have, you can text 21144 and your questions will be answered. Watch this.
Okay.
They said this life is just what you make it to be. Think positive and all the positive things will follow. Born in a humble family, Scully Cheruto is the firstborn in her family of 4 kids and believes in being the best to make life worth living.
I have 4 sisters. I'm the firstborn in a family of 4, minus my parents. I was born here in Nairobi. I have been raised here in Nairobi. I went to primary school here in Nairobi, nursery primary school, all through to class 8. Only in high school is when I was taken to Eldoret, a school called Stephen Kositany Girls High School, for 4 years. And then after that, I came back to Nairobi, of course, because this is where my parents were. My dad was a cop in Parklands, a place called Escort. That's where I was all my life until.
Nilichora hiyo picha wewe ni mbaya.
Wewe ni Chema.
This is where I have my quiet time. I write scripts here. I get creative here. Because usually, I like to be alone in a very quiet place. I concentrate best when I'm by myself.
We all have career dreams, but chance may have something different in store for us. However, if we take what comes along positively with our hearts into it, success will definitely come knocking our way. Scully joined theatre at the age of 17 and is doing so well today.
After high school, I started theatre immediately. But I fell into theatre by accident because my plan was to do law. That's what I wanted to do when I was in school. I wasn't really familiar with the whole acting thing. But when I cleared, a friend of mine told me that the auditions at the Kenya National Theatre, and I didn't know what those were because I didn't understand that industry very well. And so he had to explain and tell me that, you know, people go there, you act, you know, you do auditions, it's like an interview, but now for acting. And then they decide whether they like what you're doing or not, and then they take you, they pay you some money. So the guy explained everything to me, and I went for the auditions. The auditions was very full, like they had over 300 people and they only needed 8. I just decided to go and do it for fun. So when I went for the auditions, and it wasn't really hard. They just told me to play some role, and I did it. I just played the role, and out of all those people I was taken, and ever since then it was a stage set book play that needed people to travel all over the country. And for me it was an adventure. After high school, you know, those are things that you really want to do. And so it was an adventure, and then you're earning some money. So that's when I fell in love with acting.
According to Scully, she is also a business and fashion-minded person. This is portrayed in her bedroom, which is filled with different colorful designs.
Because it's a fashion. I mean, I was born like that. Like I always wanted to get into business. I see any type of business and I want to do it. Like, I went to school in the middle, I did business studies just as an advantage. I decided to go to school just to get the knowledge. I have a salon in Komarok. It's a salon, a barber shop, and it's still a boutique. So I have all of them in the same place. So that's when I run it in Koma. And then I have a boutique in town so I go to Uganda, I go to different places to get different things from, you know, just to bring to the shops.
Just because you fail once does not mean you're going to fail at everything else you do in life. Scully admits that challenges in her life have motivated her to hold on and keep trying, and that is why she has moved this far.
So I have really tried several businesses. Even before I settled on the boutique, I have done like 4 of them. I open one, I have to close because of one problem or the other. I take money from the bank, maybe a huge amount, and I have to pay the money monthly, you know, to cover for that means that the business has to do well, but sometimes it doesn't do very well. So that's a challenge. That's a problem that I have had to go through for a very long time. But I guess that's something that happens to all the businesses. You have to start. Sometimes it doesn't do so well. But if it's not in you, you'll give up. But I did not give up. So I decided I'm going to open another one. And even as at now, I am planning to open, you know, more boutiques, more businesses, because for me, it's also a passion.
Okay, I met Chema during the auditions of the Governor show. And there immediately we became friends. Cindy Chema?
Yep, we bonded like right there.
Up to date, she's my best friend, my good friend.
But he's a good cook, this guy. He does such a good job. Like, if you taste his, what do you like to cook most here?
Pork.
Pork. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. He does a good job. That's why I always.
Pork is my favorite food. I like pork so much.
My best dish. Apparently, my newest best dish is pork. Since this guy showed me how it's done and how it's done well. So that's my new favorite. Otherwise, I like traditional boga, managu, and brown ugali and rustic. So at the end of the day, there's a lot of Chema in me. I don't have one. I actually eat anything, anytime. And the other food I like is omena. Oh my god. Supu yake kwanza, ike kwa maziwa. Whoa. It's one of my favorite foods ever.
Okay, sometimes me don't believe it's her until she changes to the costumes, the character's costume. So Chema is a very funny character, and like Scully is not funny. But Chema is a very, very funny character.
Seriously?
Saa tu toka hapa hivi.
Ulitoka 7:30. Hata iko 7.
Kumbe nilimka 6:30.